Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melissa and around here you're going to find a lot of different types of beauty content. I just happen to really love beauty stuff, specifically all things makeup, so that's really what I just like to talk about. So today's Wednesday. On Wednesdays I like to film just a random video. I don't like to box myself in, so whatever I feel like filming is generally what I do. And today, what I felt like doing was rummaging through my new unused makeup. I keep this huge bin in my beauty space, and every time I come across a beauty product that I either don't have time to use, I just don't feel like using that day, you know, if I lack motivation or something, or if it comes in a beauty box and I just don't have time to officially unbox it and really test the product out, everything like that just gets put inside this big beauty bin. So what I like to do every now and then is to rummage through this bin and pick out a few products and really test them out. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to dig through this entire bin of products and we're going to pick out 10 interesting things and we're going to apply them to my face. So essentially what we're going to do on camera today is what I would do in my own personal life without telling anybody. So this is a great and pretty fun video to watch if you're a person who loves makeup and finds it fun to learn about it, and B, if you're just a straight up rummager like I am. So the first thing we're going to do is get right on into the bin footage and start picking out the 10 products. Alright guys, so here's the bin where I keep all my new unused makeup, and this is what I call fun. I love going through here and picking out some new things to try and seeing how they work. So like I told you before, we're gonna dig through this bin and pick out 10 really interesting products, and then what we're gonna do is try each individual one on my face. I love keeping my new makeup like this because I am a digger. I always love going to the bins at Goodwill or those really junky thrift stores where everything's just piled up. I always think you find the best little goodies in those places, so this just makes me think of stuff like that, so that's how I keep it this way. And I just wanted to say I have a little bit of everything inside this bin. There's not one step of makeup that's not included in this mixture. Every time I come across something new, I stick it in this bin, and then I always like to pull out a full face every now and then, and this is how I have a lot of fun. Alright guys, so let's just move right into the picking out of our selection. Alright guys, so I have you on a very broken tripod, so I'm going to do my best to kind of search through here and show you each product. And I'm not going to go in any particular order, just kind of whatever sparks my interest I'm going to grab. So right off the top, I see this Anna Sui primer, and I got this from Beautylish, and I have wanted to try this since I got it, so we are definitely going to dig into this today. Just wait until I show you the packaging on this. I cannot wait to show you this. Here's the Brow Fast Sculpt that Emily Noel always talks about. I just don't feel like trying this today, so I'm going to stick it back in here, and we're going to look for something else. We're going to try this L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It today. I have wanted this for just about ever, and I finally found it on a real cheap price on Amazon, so I did pick it up. So we're going to test this out today. It kind of looks a little bit light for me, but who knows? Sometimes bronzer's tricky a little bit. Ooh, this looks good. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. I honestly don't remember where or when I got this, but this looks really fun. Let's give this a try. Do you think I should dare try this cream foundation compact today? I'm kind of really feeling this. Every time I see this, I just say, no, not today, but I think today is the day. All right, guys, we got 4 products. We need 6 more. So I think we're going to try this little Yensa bronzing kit today. This comes with a bronzer and brush. This was originally in Ipsy, but I got it through add-ons because when I saw everybody unbox this from their Ipsy, I was so jealous. This thing looks so cool. So I came across this for a real decent price, so I picked it up, and I'm hoping it works as good for me as it did for everybody else. So I'm currently in the process of looking for something for my eyes, and I came across these little multi-chrome cream eyeshadows that I did get from eBay a while ago. And my whole goal for buying these is that I was looking for the cheapest multi-chrome product that I can find. So as you can see, I haven't gotten the chance to try them yet, but I figure maybe today we can take a look. And just looking at them in the package, they don't look like they have a very strong multi-chrome shift, but you know, maybe they'll be different once we get them on the eye. So of course we're going to do swatches with all these. I'm going to show you all the colors and we'll determine if this was worth the price or not. I felt found two things for lips. I don't know if I should do a lip liner or a lip gloss. I don't want to do two things because I want to see what each color looks like by itself. So I have the Morphe lip liner in the famous Sweet Tea, or I have this Persona lip gloss in the shade Honey. But to be honest with you, I think I'm really more interested in seeing what this Morphe Sweet Tea liner looks like. So I think we're going to do this today. So I think for blush, we're going to try the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk blush. I bought this for a real steal of a price. I think I paid $5 or $6 for this. Of course it's used, but I sanitized it, so it's all good to go. I think we're going to try this CoverGirl Loose Setting Powder to set my face after we use that cream compact foundation. Since I do have some powder products to try on my face, I don't want it to like stick to the foundation or anything, so I think this will come in handy. I've also had some seriously good luck with some drugstore loose powder, so maybe this one's going to be really good. And for the last and final 10th item in our selection, we're going to try this Bloom Effects Tulip Dew Mist. I'm not sure if I got this in a BoxyCharm or the add-on shop, but this is a hydrating mist, so you can use this before makeup, you can use it after makeup to kind of set in your powders. But I think we're going to get the most use out of it today and use it before and after makeup. When I use a new spray like this, it's kind of hard to see right away if it's going to do anything specifically for my makeup, but you can really judge it by its fragrance. You can see if it has a good spraying mechanism. There are certain aspects that you can see if you like it right away or not. Okay guys, so here's all 10 items that we just finished picking out, and I can't tell you how excited I am to try each one of these on. We got some higher end things, some drugstore things, some indie stuff, a little mix of everything. So if you're ready to see how each one of these products works on the face, then let's get right on into the makeup look. Alright guys, I have this adorable little basket right here with all 10 products in here. They're still in their packaging, so I get to show you what the product looks like when it comes in its original state. And of course, we get to try the lovely formulas of each individual one. Now this is only 10 products, so it shouldn't take us forever, and I'm not going to incorporate any other makeup if I don't have that step in my routine. So if I don't have the step in here, I'm not going to apply it to my face. We're only going to use what's in this bin. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and hydrate my face. This is a hydrating spray, so you can use this before, during, or after your makeup. And this is from Bloom Effects, and it's called the Tulip Dew Mist. And initially, I thought this was going to have a very heavily floral fragrance, but on the front, it does say that it is fragrance-free. This country, Bloom Effects, is a European country, and they're very involved in the tulip ingredient for most of their products. So I thought this couldn't be a bad try, and I'm very interested to see how it works on my skin. So when you do pop it open, it is an aerosol can, and the only stuff I have on my skin right now is some skincare, so I'm just gonna go ahead, add some hydration back in with this. As for fragrance, I smell something. I wouldn't say this is completely fragrance-free. It doesn't smell bad or offensive what I'm smelling, but I wouldn't say that this is fragrance-free. And also the mister on here is not what I prefer. When I press the top out and it dispenses a spray, it seems very uneven on different areas of my face, and I like a completely even mist, even if it's a little bit more powerful. This is a mid-level power, I'd say, but I definitely did not like how uneven this felt. As for how it feels on my skin, it did leave some nice hydration. I do like how it feels on my skin. Next, we have this from Honest Beauty, and this is the Everything Cream Foundation, and I got mine in the shade Bisque. Are you ready to get into a cream compact foundation today? It has been such a long time since I've tried one. So here's the little compact for it. It's very cute and on brand, I'd say. So inside you get a mirror, and here's what the foundation looks like. And when I'm swatching this in the pan, it feels like it's hard pan almost, and it's very stiff and hard pressed. If you lift this part with the foundation up, there is a little compartment under here where you do get a little bonus sponge. So here's what the color Bisque looks like swatched on my skin. It's definitely not my shade, but we're gonna try it today for the sake of this video. This is my favorite foundation brush as of late, and this is called the Profusion Buffing Foundation Brush, and I love this brush so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can pick this up on a brush and deposit it on my face like that. Now this is the first thing I'm gonna aim in covering up on my face. I'm gonna try to see if this foundation will do anything to cover up that little line I've got going on there. As I'm applying this to my face already, I can tell you that this does have quite a heavy fragrance to it. So I don't have any foundation on the rest of my face right now, but there's how it covered up those 3 little acne spots that I've got. I would definitely say that's about a medium coverage level, and I do enjoy a medium coverage level, so I can't complain about that. As I am using this, I'm getting a pretty deep pink undertone with this, but I do kind of run neutral, so I could probably pull it off. It's kind of hard to pick up on a brush because not a lot of product wants to pick up, because like I said, it has that really hard pressed feeling. Now here's what the foundation looks like completely blended on my face. So this is supposed to have a very smooth, velvety, blendable finish, and I can't say I really agree with that. I can feel this foundation sitting on my skin, so it's kind of heavy, I'd say, and I definitely see it sitting on my skin, so it does have a heavier finish. And regarding that blendability, this is one of the harder foundations that I've had to blend in a long time. But if you do look up close, you can see I did get some good coverage out of it. Like I said, a medium coverage level, and I do think it's definitely workable. So I paid $5.99 for this at TJ Maxx, so if you're looking for a decent, cheap foundation, I don't think this will do you dirty. Guys, I just looked in my bin and realized I was supposed to use this Anna Sui primer. I got way too hyped up about using this cream foundation, so I forgot to use this, but I just substituted this purple Lorac blush in instead of this. So we're gonna try this today and save this for another day. Our next thing we're gonna take is this Yensa bronzing kit, and this comes with the brush, so I'm excited to try both parts of this and see how this works. I have very high expectations for this. So here's the little brush that comes with it. It is super cute and soft, and I think this is gonna do a fantastic job of blending. And then here's our cream potted bronzer, and I think this does come in a shade range, and I got mine in the shade Sunlit Glow. It has one of these never bag caps on it, so I always keep these on my products. Here's the bronzer. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. It feels very soft and creamy. Here's that bronzer swatched on my skin, and just swatching this, I can feel the blendability. I am so excited for this. So I'm gonna take that brush that comes with and just go ahead and swirl it inside this bronzer. So right as I'm using this, I can tell you right away that this brush is shedding inside the bronzer, and that's one of the most aggravating things to me is when my brushes do that in my creams. And I'm just gonna apply this like I would any other cream bronzer. I'm gonna wipe off the brush completely before I blend that out, so I'm not kind of depositing more product as I'm trying to blend. This brush feels so nice on the skin, and I do think that it's doing a nice job in blending. So here's how the bronzer looks, and I just love it. It did meet my hopes and dreams, and I think this looks like one of those barely there, just sun-kissed bronzers. Now keep in mind, I'm not trying to contour with this. I'm just trying to give my skin a little bit of color, and this does the job perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face with this, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when I'm done. I'm gonna take some of this bronzer and run it down my neck too, just so we kind of have matching tones down here. And this bronzer also has kind of a perfume fragrance to it. So all in all, this little set right here was real nice. I'd say an A+ on this. If you see this in add-ons, I think I pay like $6 for this. Highly recommend. Don't skip this. This was great. Now we're gonna jump into this CoverGirl Clean Professional Loose Powder, and I did get mine in the shade Translucent Light. So here's what the jar looks like, and you're getting a full 20 grams of product in here, so that's a really good size for how much this costs. And inside you get a huge fluffy powder puff. And when you smell this, this does have a scent to it. It smells like the CoverGirl Clean line, and I think that smells just like Noxzema. But I personally love that smell. It smells really good to me, but I know that some people don't like fragrance, and this does have some fragrance. So to get this out of my jar, I'm just gonna go ahead and shake it upside down a little bit so it gets into the top. So now it looks like this, so I'm just gonna dip my brush into it. This doesn't really look like a transparent shade. It looks definitely pink tone for sure. As you're applying this, that scent really overtakes your face. It's really close to the Coty Airspun, how that smells. And this powder worked lovely, guys. I just have some great success with drugstore powders, and this one just did great things for my pores and overall smoothness. Like I said, it's really highly fragrant, so keep that in mind, but I like this one. Next, for our powder bronzer, I have this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze-It. And I'm really excited about this, but I don't have much faith in it because it looks really light and I don't think it's going to work on my skin tone. Mine's in the shade 01 Light, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a swatch of what this looks like. So here's the swatch. You can see it's pretty cool tone and it's quite shimmery. So the swatch actually quite surprised me, so I don't know how this is going to look on my skin. We'll just have to see. I'm going to take my favorite bronzing brush and just kind of dig into here and see what we come up with. Okay, so here's how the bronzer looks on my face, and you can see the shadow it's creating because it's really cool toned. And if you look closer, you'll see that there's a ton of shimmer on my face, which I'm not personally opposed to, but this is a very shimmery bronzer. So if you're in the market for a cool tone shimmery bronzer, I don't think you'd be disappointed in this. But if you're looking for something with warmth, something without shimmer, I don't think you would like this one very much. Now for blush, I dumbly picked out 2 blushes this time around, so we're gonna try one on each cheek. I got the Charlotte Tilbury one and then I got the Lorac purple one. So I am the most excited about the Charlotte Tilbury one, which I originally picked out, and then this was the substitute for the Anna Sui primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this blush, and this is the Pillow Talk blush. So here's what the blush looks like inside of the compact. This is a very luxury blush, and I'm so excited to finally have it in my collection. So here's what that blush looks like swatch. It is very shimmery, just like that bronzer. I guess we're going for a full shimmer look today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my blush brush and swirl it around and kind of dip it into that center. And I'm just gonna apply this into the area where I typically blush. Guys, this looks so pretty. It blended so well, and you get the little hint of blush, and you don't need to wear highlighter with this. Because this little shade on the inside serves as your highlight, while the ring outside is your general blush color. And for the other cheek, we're taking this Lorac Color Source blush, and this is in the shade Ultraviolet. I don't think I've ever tried a purple blush, so I'm very interested to see what this is gonna look like. So here's what the little compact looks like. It's a gunmetal color, and then your shade name is really big on the back. The powder is so super soft and silky, like a Lorac matte shadow. And there's no way around this shade right here. This is a bold purple. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some on my brush, and we're gonna put this on the other cheek. Okay, so here's the purple blush. Now, remember when I swatched it, it looks so bold and vibrant purple. When I have it blended out on my cheek, it takes a more cool tone pink hue. And I just think this looks so pretty. I'm so excited to use this in a full makeup look one day. Next, we're gonna try something for the eyebrows just to get a little shape in them. And this is from Maybelline. It's called the Total Temptation Brow Definer. And this has the triangle tip brow definer on one side, and then a little teeny baby spoolie on the other. I got mine in the shade 305 Soft Brown, which typically works for me in a brow pencil, so I'm not really apprehensive about the shade in particular. The first thing I'm gonna do is take the little baby spoolie and brush out my eyebrow. I'm kind of getting it into the shape I like. Since we don't have any brow gel today, this is just gonna be our only brow product. I forgot to give you a swatch of this color, so let me do that really quick. So here's the color, and it looks like a really nice shade that I typically go for. As I was swatching this on my hand, it did feel quite stiff and very waxy. This little rounded shaped spoolie on here wasn't uncomfortable or anything, and it kind of did the job very well. It's just perfectly shaped. So here's the tip of a definer pencil. It's really thick on one side, and then you get a precision tip on the other. So depending on which way you hold it, you can really get a thick or a thin line. So I'm gonna use the thin line side and underline my eyebrow. I'm also going to use the thin side and do a line on top. And then I'm gonna turn my pencil and use the thick side and fill in the entire eyebrow. So there's the eyebrow done using this pencil, and that was super easy. There's no way around it. This gave me everything that I needed to. I was a little scared in the beginning because I thought it was gonna be harder to use, but this was super easy. This is the kind of eyebrow that I love coming away with, so this gave me everything I needed it to, and I will definitely be using this into the future. Now we got the eyeshadows, and these are technically multi-chrome cream eyeshadows, and I got these for super cheap, so I'm not sure if they're gonna work like they're supposed to, but I'm gonna go ahead and give these all a swatch and we can see if they're truly multi-chrome shadows. So they look like multi-chromes when you look at them this way, and they each come numbered on the bottom for easy identification. All right guys, so I have quite a lot to say about these, and it's not good. So if you look at how the swatches, and each one of them swatched the same way, okay? There's a big giant gaping hole on the center. There's only a very thin layer of the actual multi-chrome, which mind you is a true multi-chrome shade, but under that very thin layer is, the rest is just jelly. Here's how all 4 shades swatch, and they look absolutely terrible. I'm so mad at these, it's not even funny. I'm gonna try to take some on my finger so I can just get some of that top layer and try to pat it on my eye so I could just get the multi-chrome. I'm telling you guys, if you see these on eBay, don't be stupid like I did. These are absolutely awful. These are not even cream shadows. These are like Vaseline shadows, and they don't work good, and you can't even see the multi-chrome. So here's the sorry excuse for our multi-chrome eye look, and I can't tell you how disappointed I am by these little shadow things. Do not waste your money on these. These are absolutely awful, and the best way I could describe these are a Vaseline with overspray. If you kind of do what I did and use your finger to dab off that really thin first layer, you can only use each one of these one time. That's the only amount of product that you get in each one. The rest of the pot is filled with clear Vaseline. So yeah, I'm really mad at these, and these are a major fail. And last but not least, we gotta go in with something on our lips. So I got this Morphe lip liner in the shade Sweet Tea. Everybody talks about this shade, so when Morphe was running their Black Friday clearance last year, I picked up these pencils and they were only like $3 or $4 a piece, so I had to see what Sweet Tea was all about. So this is a very large lip liner, and this is one of those kinds where you have to sharpen it. Now this looks like a very warm tone brown with an olive undertone. Not my usual shade, but we're gonna try it out and see what all the hype is. Now that I completely lined my lips, I'm going to go ahead and take the same liner and fill them in. This pencil feels so soft where you could use them as a lipstick too. Okay, so here's a Morphe lip liner on me. Not my usual lip color shade. I don't mind wearing it. I love wearing lips of all colors, but I like this more for a lip liner if I'm going to wear some kind of neutral pink or something on the inside. But I know everybody likes to hate on Morphe and make fun of them and stuff, but don't sleep on these lip liners, especially if you could find them for $3 or $4. If I could describe the perfect lip liner, this would entail it. This goes on so perfectly. I loved how it felt, and it's just the perfect consistency. So this was a giant hit. And lastly, I'm going to take some of that Tulip hydrating mist and go ahead and spray some more on my face. So yeah guys, we tried on everything that we picked out today, and I must say I really like some things and I really dislike some others. And this is what I call having fun with makeup. I love rummaging through stuff, picking out things, and seeing how they work. I think if I had to pick out a favorite product, it would be this Hansa Cream Bronzer. This really impressed me, and I can't wait to use again. And if I had to pick out the worst misbehaving product in this video, it would be these little multi-chrome fake eyeshadows. So yeah guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And if you did like it, please give me a giant thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, just hit that thumbs down button. And until next time, bye!